the best day of the week. Boom! Slide Thursday mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. You know what, too? We were chatting before we came to air this morning. If you're watching on Facebook Live, don't forget to like and share us, because we would love to have more people watching us, because we're egomaniacs.
Absolutely.
And we want to also say thank you to Casey Security for sponsoring the show. How are you feeling?
I'm a little coldy.
A little coldish.
A little sinusy.
A little sinusy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not dead.
No, I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
No.
I was going to say, what? Oh, I stayed up last night. That's why I'm...
Oh.
Well, I wanted to watch The Masked Singer.
Oh, how did that go?
Because we were doing a shoot last night, so I didn't get home until after 9 o'clock, and then I had to watch it, so I didn't get to bed until almost 11.
Oh, that's too late.
I know.
Oh, no.
But The Masked Singer... Okay, so for somebody who really wasn't really into this show in the first place, Keith Bowser is now a master at unveiling these people.
He's got them all nailed, you said.
He's got them all figured out. Like, he beat everybody last night on guessing that the taco was Tom Bergeron.
Like, where did they get these people? I didn't know Tom Bergeron could even pretend to sing.
Not too bad, really. But
really?
Keith nailed it, because after he sang, he was talking about, there's Tom there, talking about how, we should all just get along or whatever. And Keith said that his speech pattern, the way he talks, listen to him, the rhythm, that's Tom Bergeron.
Wow.
And he also figured out, because world's the funniest home videos, remember I told you there's a VCR in the packet?
Yes.
It was Tom Bergeron.
Interesting.
And then also, he got the kitty, it's going to be Christina Ricci.
Really?
He started Googling her. Turns out Christina Ricci can sing, and all the clues added up because she's directed horror films, Through the Woods or something, and he got all the clues right.
Good for you, Keith.
I know.
Bowser.
I guess Jerry Springer for the taco, and the last minute he thought, yeah, Jerry Springer, and then he went, no, that's not Jerry Springer. That's not how we talk, even with the disguised voice.
That's crazy. Good for you. Now, is part of the show, part of the premise, to have people who can not sing on?
Oh yeah, they've had people who aren't great singers, and they're the ones who usually the audience unveils first, because people who sing best are the ones you're supposed to vote for. So they would stay on the show and keep on singing.
I see.
Yeah.
So the point is not so much to reveal. The point is to move forward.
Right. Yes. You want to be the best singer, so you get to stay in the show and outlast everybody else.
How do they carry those heads around? Man, some of them are monsters.
Well, you know what? Though a lot of these people have big egos, so they're used to having big heads.
They have strong neck muscles.
Yeah. You didn't see this guy. You were already at work this morning when I came to work. We're getting a storm, people. I'm telling you. That red sky in the morning, all you sailors better take warning, because we're going to get a doozy. That sky was almost blinding. It was so red.
Do not go on the boat.
Everything was in silhouette.
Yeah, you'll hear in our newscast that it's going to start up later this morning, go all day today, overnight tonight, and into tomorrow. We could see 20 centimeters. You're welcome. That's
double what we got the last time.
Yes.
That's a lot of snow. That's like 8 inches. But it could be our last one,
right? It's March. It could be our last one.
Okay, and look at it moving. So I got to wonder, is it going to hit St. Ignace? But because they're having their big
I hope
ice.
Not.
They're having their it's called ice golf tournament. Have you heard about this? I told you about this, right?
Yes, you did.
Where they golf on the bay. Like they set up an 18-hole course on the water on the bay, and they get.
Do they use white balls?
I think they must use color balls, and then they also, because they have the longest drive contest, like on the Friday night.
So they must have color.
They're on the show today. I mean,
awesome!
I did a pre-recorded interview with Laura from St. Ignace, so that's on the show today
terrific.
too.
St. Ignace, this small northern Michigan town, and they got tourism down.
Yeah, there's another interview coming up at the end of the month, beginning of next month. Jeep the Mac, that big thing that 800 Jeeps cross the Mac on our bridge. They all
800 Jeeps.
And they party and they do courses and stuff and mudding and.
Right on St. Ignace.
Right on St. Ignace.
Definitely.
Okay, I got news today for you from American Idol host, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
As I call her, Katy Perry. Katy Perry is having a baby. She is pregnant. So, for those of you who don't know, I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, because that's how Katy Perry writes her songs, to make everything fit, and it makes me crazy.
You know what? The video shows her pregnant, but there's no confirmation yet. She hasn't come out and said, I am pregnant.
No, she has.
She has?
Yes, she has.
Because I haven't read that yet.
She has. She has said that she's pregnant, and then she screams.
Really?
Yes. Orlando Bloom is her fiance. They got engaged on Valentine's Day 2019, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. She's not pregnant there.
Well, and you know what? I mean, I know they tape ahead,
Yeah, Idol's
but
up to
she's
tape.
not pregnant on Idol right now.
No. But Idol would have been
She's fairly pregnant in this video.
There's a baby
right?
bump. There's definitely a baby bump
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
She looks stunning. Oh, my
Always.
word. And there's also rumors that they got married secretly because the baby's coming.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm reading two different things. Some people on Twitter are going, no, it's just for the video. And other people are just like, no, she's pregnant. I can tell by her boobs. Pardon?
Speaking of boobs.
Speaking of boobs.
Chrissy Teigen has now come out and publicly revealed that when she was in her 20s and she was doing bathing suit modeling, that she had a bit of a boob job. She said because she said I knew I'd be lying down in a bathing suit and I didn't want them to fall over. I just wanted them to stay pert.
You don't like them in your armpits when you're laying on your back.
No.
That's not a good look.
Not a good look for a model. So she just said she has what's termed a teardrop cup in the bottom of her breasts.
Oh.
And then she filled out her breast line to make them rounder. She said she never went up in a cup size. It was all just about keeping them up. Right. But then that was when she was in her 20s.
And she's 40.
She's not yet.
No.
But she said she's had 2 kids. And she said age. She said, I think you're supposed to get those things replaced every 10 years. She said, but I was having kids, so I wasn't going to do that at that time. And now she said, she's sorry that she did it. She said now she's sorry. She'd like to have them removed. But then she also said, and maybe a lift.
Well, if you're going to have them removed after having 2 children, Mama, open up your boobs because they're falling.
But then she finishes off the article talking about how she used to weigh herself morning, noon, and night, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 times a day she would weigh herself. She was obsessed with keeping her weight the same because she was a model and body image. And then she says now she's accepted that she's a mother, she's older, she's got 2 kids, and that she has a different body, and therefore there's a different normal for her.
Right. Good for her.
Well, and so she
that takes a whole mindset.
But then on the other hand, she's talking about having a lift. I guess there's maybe
it's a confidence
if positive body imaging includes wanting to do something for yourself, I guess go ahead and do it. But I had a really great conversation actually. It's another interview that's going to air for the Dove Real Beauty that they run a program for young ladies at the library, and that was talking about the influence of body imaging that the media does and the magazine covers and modeling does. So anyway, it was very interesting.
Good for you, Christy.
Yeah, good for you.
Who's on the show?
Okay, so on the show I mentioned that we've got St. Ignace on, but also it's the Women in Success luncheon coming up.
Awesome.
Yeah, Women in Success and Business lunch. And then also on the show this morning I have Operation All Dressed Up.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
And then Luann has the news. So it's a full show today. Lots going on. We'll see you in just a minute on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother. Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell white paint.
This past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
This is On TV.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Startup Sault Ste. Marie. Yes, that's you, Jody.
That's me.
Jody McNabb. And you're a sponsor of this event. Naomi, you're here. Naomi Taylor from RBC.
That's right.
Well, not you personally, not a sponsor, but RBC is. So it's the Women's Success in Business Lunch. Did I say it right?
That sounds good.
That sounds like a good title.
That sounds good. If it's not, we'll change it.
So you hang out with my friend Nevin Bakonchik.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about Startup Sault Ste. Marie, Naomi. Jody. Naomi, Jody. Flu drugs. Yes, go ahead.
Startup Sault Ste. Marie was formed about 5 to 6 years ago.
Okay.
Really, it's just to get in entrepreneurs together, a great place to share resources, share ideas, encourage people to start up a business. So we range from just encouraging people who have businesses to are in startup businesses, and even people who just want to do some side, stuff on the side and kind of promote that.
The famous Nevin Bakonchik side hustle.
Yes, the side hustle.
Right.
And so this is the first year that we've actually had a board of directors.
All right.
And, we're trying to create more events. This is the second year for this luncheon being held, but Startup Sault Ste. Marie is really working to just have a bigger presence and really kind of get more people who are into entrepreneurial or even have an idea that it's a place where you can just come bounce ideas or just feel like that's a safe environment to kind of share, hey, I have this idea.
Your idea was a great idea, and you now have a business.
Yes,
it fits.
Yes, it fits.
Which is custom garment. Well, not custom,
Custom.
but it is custom garments. Eh?
Well,
custom,
yeah, I do.
Foundation garments.
Yes,
and you specialize in. You're very knowledgeable when it comes to how to support women.
I support women everywhere. It's
right,
great.
exactly.
See, there we go.
What about how RBC supports women? Not quite the same way.
Well, it actually fits in nicely.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
The title was just, it's like if I would have known, yeah.
Because RBC, we have the Canadian Women Entrepreneur Awards that nominations, the deadline is March 19th coming up, so it actually fits in nicely because that's coming up, and we wanted to support because that's a national program, and we wanted to support more of a local.
How does that work for those awards? Are nominations?
Anyone, you can nominate yourself if you look through the categories and there's something that you think you're worthy of being recognized for. You can nominate someone that inspires you or that you want to recognize, and then the nominees have to put through an application. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would love for people locally to recognize.
We were just talking about the Athena Awards the other day on the show, and I think this is something similar then, that you have to actually fill out a thing. Which, when I had Karen Bird on, she was talking about how for her it was an exercise in self-appreciation, like really
it's hard to talk about
confidence building, to have to actually write things about your accomplishments and say what you've done. It's like, you know what, I impressed myself, and that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So it would be a similar thing. You would write that. And how does the award? Is it a financial award or what, or is it a trophy award?
It's a big certification you can present on your wall and put on your website, but it is like it's a national award,
national recognition.
Yeah, so it's a big deal.
Exactly.
Yes.
Who's the other sponsor for this event then?
The BDC.
BDC, which stands for the Business
Development Bank of Canada.
Business Development Bank of Canada. It's tricky because they leave an extra letter.
I know.
Anyway, so you got two great sponsors.
Yes.
The event's being held where?
At the Machine Shop.
Okay.
So it's the second year, and we're hoping to get a little bit bigger with it actually next year.
So it's on March 10th, but the great news is for you guys, you're sold out. Not so great for the people who are watching who might want to go, but then just bear it in mind, keep it in mind, because next year. But the idea though behind the whole concept, let's talk about the purpose for the networking, what women can gain out of being involved with Startup Sault Ste. Marie, what entrepreneurs in general, but particularly women, because do you agree that there are different barriers to women in business? Would you say that's true?
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It depends, what industry you're in. And I think there's just, for women, I think it's so important to build each other up. And that's basically what my business was all about, is like making women feel confident and feeling good about themselves. So it's a great opportunity for women to find that environment that builds each other up. So this is like kind of like Startup wants to support all entrepreneurs, but this is a great opportunity to support women entrepreneurs or women in leadership and things.
Right. And the networking aspect of it, you have a clever idea. You talked about talk about the colored name tag things at one of your meetings, because you guys have regular meetings.
We have meetings like board of directors meetings, but we have events. So we have
events, that's what I meant.
Startup drinks that we do once every 4 to 6 weeks, and we have a mentorship program, and we're starting to pool in a few other events that we're trying to be creative with. So what we came up with was doing name tags, which are different colors that kind of identify where you are in the process. So whether you're like, for example, Naomi would be, I can't remember what colors we picked, but she is she is a partner because she's a support system. So she would help you, work on funding, things like that. Then I might have a different color because I actually am a business owner.
You might have red because you own a business.
Yes, and then there's another color for like, hey, I'm just here to think about it. I'm just in the really, I'm in the really early stages. So we're trying to help identify that, when you come in, not to center anyone out, but so that who
you're talking to,
who you want to talk to. Like, hey, there's someone who already has a business. I want to talk to them. Yeah,
it is a good icebreaker. It also gives you some direction of where you are in your journey as well, because there's different stages of starting a business. Obviously,
yep.
I mean, you've been through it, and that's the other thing is experiential. Anybody who's there, I mean, you can gain experience from people who've gone through this already, and some of the hurdles they've overcome.
Absolutely.
Also, I would imagine, for RBC's perspective, talking about how to help people start up a business.
Of course, yes.
I mean, that's what you're trained to do.
That's right.
So that would give somebody the opportunity to sit down and say, hey, Naomi, what can you do for me, or who should I talk to about getting a loan, or what was the other thing you talked about? Registering, when to register?
Just when to get a business license. Where do I get cards? Like, what do I have to do so I'm, when do I have to get an HST number? Like, things that obviously accountants are better at helping you with certain things.
Sure.
But just general questions that, once you started a business, you take for granted that, oh yeah, I remember I didn't, what to do with that. So it's just nice to get those ideas. And the one thing to encourage, like, people that are just thinking about it, it's amazing from sitting back and having businesses to see those people come in. We actually gain something from them as well, because they have so much like fire and ideas. And when you already have a business and it's running and it's nice, you get a little complacent sometimes, right? Yeah. Because it's there, you've done it. So it's great to hear from these people that are, thinking about it, because they have so much passion and they're fired up, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to get back to that. So it's a great mix for everybody to learn something from everyone.
Naomi, you asked when we were talking before the show about Strive Young Professionals and these different groups that are out there already, and is it the same thing? And you said it really isn't, because Strive really is for young professionals, whereas Startup Sault Ste. Marie could be for someone who's not a professional, who's just really doing a side business or a smaller business, right?
Yeah, so it's really, and I think there's
I stole your question from you.
You could definitely be involved in both, because they really do overlap. But what Startup is trying to create is that entrepreneurial feeling, and that group, and supporting the entrepreneur on whatever level you're on, whether you're always just going to have a side business and just make cookies out of your kitchen and sell them on Facebook. I don't know, I could never do that, but it was a random idea that someone could easily do, but I could never do it. And then from that to actually creating like franchises or something, that's what we're really trying to encourage, is just even existing entrepreneurs to know about Startup, and that it's not necessarily a startup, it's really just a place to go share ideas, maybe vent, just bounce those things around. So I think it's more of an entrepreneurial level of whatever level you're at, whereas Strive is more of the professional level, so they could intertwine.
But the more resources you have, the better for a person who's new in business, right, Jody? I mean, I keep doing this, Naomi. I'm going to go cross-eyed trying to get my name straight here. The more you know, the better, obviously.
Yes, yeah, and we want to make it so that it's not an intimidating step to take, right? We want to, let you know that we're here for you, and ready to answer any questions.
Encourage and support, and also create the awards.
Yeah, exactly.
The national awards. So if people are interested in attending a Strive meeting,
Startup.
okay.
We'll help you.
Hi,
It's okay,
I think
we'll
Mr.
help
Carey
you.
knows with me. Thank you. Talk me through this. If someone's startups, Sault Ste. Marie, if they want to come to one of your events.
So we do have a Facebook page.
Okay, great.
That
It's probably not called Strive. It's probably called Startup.
It is. Startup Sault Ste. Marie. It's a great name for it. And the Facebook page has a lot of our events and information, and you can always message. You can even find me on Facebook and just message me about it. Nevin as well. I mean, we're a small group, so it's very easy to reach out. But we do try to like share and promote a lot of our events. So yeah, Startup Sault Ste. Marie on Facebook is probably the best way to see what's going on, or even send a message to inquire about, exactly what can we do for you, or how could this benefit what you're thinking of.
Well, have a great time at the luncheon.
Thank you.
You're going to have a great time at the machine shop. Great food. Are you going to be there?
I will be there.
Does anybody actually speak on behalf of RBC, or are you just sort of there to support?
I will do a lot of speaking, but individually.
Individually. So there we go. If you see Naomi there, then feel free to approach her and ask her for advice or how she can help. Which RBC branch are you at?
Downtown Queen Street.
Queen Street. All right. Thanks for being here this morning. And always nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Tim. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Jody. We'll see you. Goodbye, Naomi. I'm Tim, and we'll be back with Luann. Actually, the next interview was the one they're playing ice golf in St. Ignace, Ontario. They do an 18-hole course on the bay on the ice.
How much fun they have pond hockey too.
I know, that was huge.
I know, it's
but
cool.
the next one is ice
That's awesome.
golf. So coming right up on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll see you in a minute.
At Fit Bodies, Fit Minds, we want everyone to build a life that they love, and we teach you how to get the results you want in your mind and your body. Introducing our new small group classes to provide you with a happy and healthier life. Our small group classes are limited to 6 people to provide more personal coaching, while having the supportive group environment. Classes are 10 weeks, and each week you will receive fitness and nutritional guidance that are tailored to your needs. Fit Bodies, Fit Minds, we inspire you to move.
Look who came back from St. Ignace. Laura Brown. Welcome back, Laura.
Thank you.
Laura is the executive director of the St. Ignace Visitors Bureau.
Correct.
Right. How did things go with the pond hockey? Had a great time?
Yes.
Always. Now, the next big event coming up, this one, you guys come up with the craziest ideas. We're playing golf on the ice, Laura?
Yes. Yes.
Tell me about this tournament.
Okay, so it's a 2-day tournament. It starts on March the 6th and goes through Saturday the 7th.
Okay.
Friday night is a glow ball challenge, which is basically closest to the pin shot.
Okay, and I've heard it's quite funny to watch.
It is. It is.
Because all you're seeing are glowing golf balls lying around on the ice.
Yep. Yep.
Where do you play this? I see the picture behind us. They actually play on the bay or where?
Yeah, we'll actually set up a place on the shore, then they'll hit onto the bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
On shore where? We're located where in St.
It'll
Ignace?
be located in front of the Mackinac Grill.
Oh, that's nice. That comes in handy. So you got food and everything right there.
Yeah, we're going to actually have a brewery and do a tap takeover.
A tap takeover? What's that mean?
So they'll bring in all of their own beer and provide that.
Through that.
Yes.
Okay, for the golfers.
Yes.
Tap takeover. I love it. Okay, so you're going to stand on the shore and hit glowing golf balls.
Correct.
And I guess all you see are these balls going in the air, right?
Yes. Yes.
And how do you win prizes?
Well, there are people on the ice trying to watch where they fall, and whoever's closest to the pin wins.
Okay, so that's the first night. So that's like a really fun event.
That's a really fun event, a really fun night. We'll also have music that night.
Music?
Yep, we'll have live music. We're going to have an Irish theme that weekend because it's getting close to St. Patrick's Day.
Of course it is.
And we'll have a tipsy trolley.
Okay. Here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, we don't know what a tipsy trolley is, so you're going to have to explain that one.
Okay, so our tipsy trolley will go from all of the bars to the hotels and restaurants, so no one has to drive anywhere.
Nobody drives anywhere in St. Ignace when you're having these fun events, because they have these old-fashioned trolleys with hardwood floors and lanterns, like lanterns.
We'll decorate it, and I'll have little lights inside.
You guys are all about decorating.
Yes.
When you do these tractor things that come across, they do a thing where they do. Tell me about the tractors, just for the heck of it. I know we're talking about ice golf, but tell me about because this cracks me up.
Okay, so we do have a lot of motorized vehicles that we bring across the bridge.
Across the Mackinac Bridge.
Tractors, that takes place in September, and we have over 1,000 antique tractors that line up in Mackinac City and cross the bridge to St. Ignace.
And they decorate these tractors, and there's families waving and everything, and people line the streets having tailgate parties to watch these tractors go by.
Yes.
You know how to party in St. Ignace. Yes. Let's go back to the golf. Anyway, okay. I got off track there. I got off tractors. So the golf, what time do you start on the Saturday then? First thing in the morning or what?
Yeah, usually around 10 a.m. depending on how many teams. We'll have 18 holes, so they'll tee off.
You do 18 holes outside on the ice?
Yes.
Who puts all this together? Volunteers or what?
We have a great volunteer base. Yes, we do.
My gosh. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then how is it? Do you play like regular golf foursomes? Are you put into foursomes, or is it best ball, or how do they play?
The teams are 2 people.
Okay.
So they'll probably go out in groups of 6. So you'll have 3 teams, maybe 4 teams, depending on how many people sign up. Last year we had 100 people, 50 teams. And they'll go out and they'll play 9 holes in the morning.
Okay.
They'll come in for a real nice lunch, and then they'll go back out for another 9 holes and come in for a dinner.
A dinner. Mm-hmm. And prizes?
And prizes.
And prizes.
Yes, good prizes.
Really?
Yes.
So my next question is, how do we register for this golf tournament on the ice?
Okay, you would go online to our website, which is saintignace.com.
No period.
Correct.
Just STIGNACE.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and you register there, and do you know the price to get in for registration?
Yes, it's $40 per person. It's a 2-person team,
right.
And that $40 will get you 18 holes of golf,
yes,
lunch, dinner, and
wait. You get lunch and dinner and the golf?
Yes.
What's for dinner? I heard a rumor that it was like...
It could be prime rib.
I heard steak and whitefish, maybe.
That could be.
Can you imagine this for $40? You get to golf, have 2 meals, and a toque?
Yep.
What's the toque say?
Whoever is sponsoring our event.
Oh, okay.
Whatever brewery.
That's an amazing deal. Okay, and you're planning on staying in St. Ignace, obviously, if you're going to go down there, because you're going to have fun on the Friday night. Doing the glow thing closer to the pin, and then you're going to trolley around, spend the night, and then golf the next day.
Yes.
Hotels are never an issue, right?
No, not in the winter, especially.
Not in the winter. Lots of hotels, lots to choose from. Bed and breakfast too, right?
Yep.
All kinds.
We have bed and breakfast, motels, hotels. Yep, whatever you.
You gave me a beautiful book that I looked at that has all that information in it. That's online too, like with all that information.
That's online, yeah. Or you can even call our office and we can send you one. But it's online.
Okay, great. Because it tells you about all the different hotels that are there and pictures, and some of them are beautiful.
Yes.
On the waterfront, you can see the bridge views.
Yeah, we have bridge view, lake view. Yes.
Okay. Now, so the golf tournament is just one of the many things that you can be doing while you're there as well. I mean, if you've got, let's say I'm bringing some kids to St. Ignace with me.
Right.
What kinds of activities could I have my kids doing while I'm visiting?
Okay, so on Friday night we have Friday Night Live at the ice arena, and the kids can go down there and skate, and there's pizza and games, and then Saturday they could go tubing at Silver Mountain, or tubing in Ski Hill.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot to do.
There's always something to do in St. Ignace. Okay, so what about for traveling? From Sault Ste. Marie, we're just taking the I-75, right?
Yes.
And we go straight down, and it's about, how long is the drive?
40 minutes, maybe.
That's all it is?
Yes.
So you're just driving for 40 minutes, but suddenly you feel like you're in a whole other country. Mm-hmm. And but no, really, it's like it's like a little vacation.
Yes.
Just to get away. Mm-hmm. What kinds of restaurants do you have? Because I like a variety of different foods. Do you have? Mm-hmm. I like Mexican. Do you have Mexican?
Yes, we have Mexican, and that's right on the water with patio dining. Yes, and we have great seafood.
Since it's going to be St. Patrick's Day, do you think there's any pubs around that we could go to?
Yes, and we'll have different bands playing Irish music.
Yes.
Yep. And
Okay. Now, this sounds like a hole-in-one as far as I'm concerned. My concern, though, is if I'm going to swing a golf club on the ice, how am I not going to fall on my face when I follow through?
Usually you don't. You just need to wear boots, and sometimes you wear those little tracks that you put on the bottom of your shoes.
Oh,
or
yeah,
boots.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right. I wouldn't wear just regular golf cleats because that would be cold on your feet.
Yeah, well, you want to wear boots.
Okay, you can wear boots and gloves.
Yes.
Try golfing it. Do people wear like gloves to golf?
Yeah, leather gloves.
Okay, I want to check this out. This sounds like a blast. Okay, so Keith and I are going to go book a weekend with a hot tub and a jacuzzi and a pool and a steak and whitefish and
yes,
I love it. Okay, so now you're gonna come back and visit me again in another month or so because then when the snow goes away, St. Ignace has still a ton more to offer you, right?
Yes, we do.
Thanks, Laura Brown.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
I'll see you on the tee.
Okay.
And I'll see you right after this break.
Hey Mel, did you know in Queensgate, Australia, it's illegal to own a pet rabbit unless you can prove you're a magician?
Really? Did you know that if you're at the McMeekin Arena, you're only 9 minutes and 54 seconds away from Maitland, Port Lincoln?
It's closer than you think.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Hi, Betty Lou.
Hi, Jim.
Kidding. St. Ignace, Ontario? Really, Tim? St. Ignace is in Michigan, obviously. I was a slip of the tongue, just like the names Naomi and Jody. Luann said, maybe you should write their names down. It's like, I knew their names, I just didn't know which one was which. Alright, I do a lot of research for this morning's show, folks. Shut up.
No, I'm not saying a word. You know what?
No, I don't know anything. Clearly, I don't know what. I don't know anything.
Oprah is doing an Apple TV Plus book club feature.
I haven't gotten Apple TV yet. It's
no,
free.
Me neither.
It's free.
Is it?
If you have an Apple product or something. Anyway, what?
So she's, you know, her list of Oprah's book club. Oh my gosh. Yes. And every book that I've read from her suggestions have been phenomenal.
Really, hey?
So awesome. She is actually talking to the author of a book called American Dirt. The author's name is Janine Cummins. And there's been some criticism against Janine because the book, in some people's minds, portray Mexicans as criminals, and you know there's a stereotype attached to it. Oprah read the book. She recommends the book. She understands what the author was doing. She's going to talk to her and then bring in some other people, because she said for 25 years on the Oprah show, that's what we did. We brought in different perspectives and just talked about it so people could see what the intent was. So Oprah is still doing such amazing work. I want to just hang out with her.
I was talking to my sister yesterday, Mary Lynn, who's a local author. Finding Grace is her book, available at I find stores like
Kohl's.
I think they're available in Kohl's and Absolutely Shabby Motley. Anyway, she's got something new gurgling in her head. It's amazing to talk to an author about the process. So, characters come to her and they talk to her and they start sharing a story, and then she says, and I have no idea where this is going. I'm still living with this person in my head, and I know where she works, and I know who her father is, but I don't know what's going to happen to her.
It's just phenomenal.
Isn't that cool?
Especially, I always think of that when I'm reading a book that is so engaging, and it makes me think about it while I'm doing other things.
Yeah.
That, to me, is a good book. And I always think, where does someone come up with these ideas? Right?
The first sentence of the book is what came to her head.
Wow.
It's my sister, Mary Lynn Murphy. You can check out her work. She's an accredited author. Speaking of accredited, I have an accredited news anchor right beside me. Over 30 years in the business, ladies and gentlemen. Luann Young.
Yes, coming up right after this.
Show us your prowess, please. See you in a minute.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Winter isn't done with us just yet. A snowfall warning is in place for Sault Ste. Marie, St. Joseph Island, Searchmont, Montreal River Harbor, and Batchewana Bay. Significant snowfall is expected to begin late this morning and then continue through tonight before coming to an end by tomorrow morning. Total snowfall amounts 15 to 20 centimeters are expected, with the highest amounts falling today and this evening. The good news is a warming trend will follow the snow starting this weekend and into next week. On Sunday, the temperature may reach as high as 8 Celsius. An Amber Alert has been issued for a 14-year-old boy who Toronto police say was abducted in the northwestern part of the city. Police said in a tweet last night that they are extremely concerned for the safety of Shama Joliyemi. The teen was last seen yesterday at 8:25 a.m. A spokesperson for Toronto Police, Constable Michelle Flannery, said investigators do not know who abducted Shama. Investigators said a black Jeep Wrangler with oversized front tires and a front push bar with round fog lights was seen in the area where the boy was believed to be abducted. No license plate is available. Police said they also want to speak to the boy's stepbrother. Shama is described as about 6 feet tall with a slim build and was wearing a gray hoodie, gray track pants with a thin orange stripe, a shiny black puffy coat, and black and yellow Air Jordan shoes. There was a drug bust on Garden River First Nation on Tuesday, and 2 women were arrested and charged with several possession and trafficking charges. Several police agencies executed a search warrant on a residence and found suspected purple fentanyl, cocaine, and crystal methamphetamine. 22-year-old Mariah Beaulieu faces 2 possession charges, while 37-year-old Cynthia Jones faces possession and trafficking charges. Both Garden River women are due in court on April 6th. Teachers in the province's French and English Catholic school systems say they're going ahead with plans to walk off the job in all schools today, despite government movement during contentious contract talks. Meanwhile, some public high school teachers will also hold a walkout at 9 school boards as part of their union's ongoing series of rotating one-day strikes. The job action comes after the government capitulated on its earlier demands to increase class sizes and requirements for mandatory e-learning. Union members from the Ontario Secondary Teachers Federation and Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association are planning a demonstration at the provincial legislature, which is set to get underway this morning. The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario is not engaging in any strikes this week, but the union has said if contract deals aren't reached by Friday, they will begin a new phase of strikes effective Monday. Canada's top central banker will speak today about the domestic economy, one day after the Bank of Canada cut its trend-setting interest rate by 0.5 percentage point. Governor Stephen Paules is scheduled to speak at an event in Toronto to provide an economic progress report. So usually the slot to speak after a rate announcement made by statement only is filled by one of the bank's deputies, but Paules will do it himself in a slight nod to the magnitude of the rate decision this week. Yesterday, the bank cut its target for the overnight rate to 1.25%, citing a clearly weaker outlook for the Canadian economy than previously forecasted, owing to the outbreak of the novel coronavirus, as well as rail line blockades, job action by Ontario teachers, and harsh winter weather. The cut in the bank's key rate was the first since the summer of 2015 and brings the rate to a level it hasn't been at since early 2018. The central bank statement yesterday left the door open to further rate cuts should the economic circumstances require it.
Hey Mel, did you know that Algoma University has campuses in Brampton and Timmins?
Really? Did you know that if you're at Algoma University, you're only 14 minutes and 16 seconds away from Maitland Fort Lincoln?
Oh wow, closer than you think.
A message from the Government of Canada.
I have a scoop. So the Lori Loughlin case, you know that she paid to have her kids go to a university, her and her husband, $500,000. Well, their lawyer...
That's a lot of stupid.
Yeah, that's a lot of dumb kids. They went to court, their lawyer went to court and asked for a postponement on their date because they have new evidence. Apparently the evidence is that the mastermind of the whole thing at the university, his name is Rick Singer.
Yes.
And some of the messages that they found from Singer indicate that Singer was told by the FBI to lie and to say that the parents did not think it was a donation. They thought they were getting their kids through school.
So this was a sting operation?
Mm-hmm.
Like that term?
So, you know, take that for what you might.
Maybe
But
they're
that's
not guilty after all.
And you know what? She has been saying that from the start.
That they thought it was a donation.
She kept saying it's a donation. Now, you know, it's still up there.
But
nobody knows
wait
for sure.
a
So
second, all that stuff, but we need pictures of her rowing and get her on a rowing machine.
well, that's what I was thinking.
That's where I don't think.
Yeah, they had to. There was the whole rowing team thing, and
They knew they were lying about stuff.
Well, how could that be a
So
donation?
it's still fraud to get her into the
Well,
school,
I
but
would
that's
think.
not the same as giving $500,000. I don't know.
But would the FBI talk to somebody and say, "Let's set up these actors"? I
don't know.
You know,
if that's the case,
stay tuned. Isn't it exciting?
Dang it!
Who's coming up?
Oh, are we there already? For
Yeah, we
heaven's
are.
sakes. Okay, it's Operation All Dressed Up.
I love this.
They're in their 7th year. Talk about a feel-good story, and you can help because maybe you have an outfit, maybe you have a talent for sewing, maybe you'd make a great companion for one of the girls to help her shop. You could do so much to make a girl feel great about her grade 8 or grade 12 graduation. That's coming up on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim.
It's hunting season, so this is probably pretty stupid, right? Actually, hunting accidents kill somewhere around 2 people a year in Ontario. Smoking kills 16,000 a year. So, what's really stupid?
It's been too long since I've seen my friend Sergeant Baker.
I know, I miss you.
It's been a long time, Monique. Welcome back on the show. And Alison Kirkpatrick, welcome to the show. Nice to see you again as always. Alison and Monique are the driving forces behind Operation All Dressed Up, which is in its 7th year. Has time flown? So maybe talk about the concept behind Operation Dressed Up, why you got it going, and how it's been going for you over the past 7 years. Either one of you, take it away.
Well, 7 years. Ali and I were partners in Crime Stoppers at the time.
Right.
And
I like that. Partners in crime. Partners in Crime Stoppers. Fantastic.
And Alison's mom had sent her up this flyer from Southern Ontario about a dress event that 2 ladies from the OPP were hosting in, where was it again? Ingersoll.
Ingersoll, okay, yeah.
So we looked at it, and me with my community policing background, I looked at Ali and I said, we could do this. Let's try it.
Yeah.
So we decided to try it, and we thought, well, we'll see how it goes. And here we are 7 years later.
And the concept is gently used and newer model. Would you say, like, more current fashions? You're not looking for somebody's prom dress from 1976.
Exactly. You want something new that a grade 8 or grade 12 girl would wear.
We wear with pride.
And not be embarrassed.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah. So it's gently used donations. Exactly. How did you start the outreach? Did you use different community groups, or did you go to schools, or how did you do this originally?
We actually got in a car and drove around and looked for people that would want to join us.
Really?
Yeah. We did the old school policing. We went to all the cleaners, and we got quality cleaners on board with us.
And they've been with us since year one.
We went to the water tower, and Donna Helsinger was great. She wanted to
provide the space for the event.
That's where we've always
been. You've been there for 7 years at the water tower in the big ballroom.
Yes. Sioux College came on board right from the beginning. The seamstresses that we have right from the beginning.
This part I love. So when the event happens, which is April the 19th. What day of the week is that?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Sunday, April the 19th. There's the posters up right there. So basically, you're all set up with all the different gowns and outfits and dresses, whatever, in the water tower ballroom, and you have seamstresses on hand who will do as much as they can.
They're in the ballroom with their
custom fit the outfits to the young ladies.
Yes. Last year we had 6 of them, 6 seamstresses come. So any of the dresses that need any little nip and tucks.
Look, there's a photo right there of somebody doing some sewing. They'll do nips and tucks in the moment.
To me, they're magic. So it's a dying trait.
If anybody's watching right now who has a sewing machine, who likes to volunteer their time for this sort of thing, would you encourage them to reach out to you? Could you use more seamstresses always? Or?
Oh, always. Yes. Always. Yeah.
So how would they reach you?
They're busy.
If someone wants to volunteer to be a seamstress,
they would go probably to the poster
to the numbers
and see the numbers on the poster.
Okay. And is the poster posted on do you have a Facebook page or somewhere where there's information, or?
It's on the website for the OPP, and it's on the website for the police, and Sioux Police.
The poster's there.
And Facebook.
And Facebook. So find the poster, find the number, and call and say that if you'd like to volunteer to help out with the event. What about the companions who join the girls on their shopping day? Are they volunteers?
Like the personal shoppers?
The personal shoppers, that's the term. Explain how that concept works, if you don't mind.
Well, okay, so we have certain amount of appointments on the hour, and we have girls that we match up with the appointments. So we try and match it so
you
the
match
girl
a
fits the
personal
girl.
shopper to and who are the personal shoppers? Are they young ladies? Are they anybody in the community? Or
well, they're some girls that we work with. They're volunteers
in law enforcement.
There's some girls that are in university. Our kids, like just different people.
Some members of the community.
Do you have enough personal shoppers right now, or you're set for that? Okay. But maybe if somebody were interested in the future, they could get a hold of you and say, that's something I would love to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, as far as the girls themselves go, it is by registration because you only have a certain number of openings. How many girls are you taking this year?
Well, on average, it usually works itself out in about 100.
About 100, hey?
Yeah.
And they call in advance. There's your cell phone numbers are on the poster.
Yes. Right.
And they will actually speak with either one of you directly.
Yeah.
And you take the information and you'll assign them a time to come in.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
And this isn't just clothing. It goes beyond that. Explain that part of it.
Well, jewelry, shoes. So when the girl comes in, they're looking for the full outfit. So they've got this beautiful dress and they want to pair it with a pair of shoes. So we try and get the full package, and then they'll be able to get their hair done, their makeup done, so they'll kind of know what they look like on the day of when they go to grad.
It's basically teaching them too, right? So it's like this is what you can do on the day of and it's grade 8 and grade 12 we focus on.
Right.
The two graduate, like the two proms, basically.
And again, it's mentoring, right? For us, it gives us an opportunity to talk to these girls, ask them what they're going to do with their future, what their aspirations
Empowering.
are. Absolutely.
Exactly.
All feel good.
And it's not only girls from Sault Ste. Marie. We have a nice following now from from the district. For example, Pic Mobert, First Nations brings down a group of girls. Elliott Lake, Blind River.
Do they?
Wawa, Hornpain. Yeah, they come from all over. So.
And if somebody has an outfit now and they're watching and they say, well, my daughter wore this last year and she's gone off to university, she's not going to wear this again, or my daughter's outgrown this dress, she's in high school now. Where would they bring the outfits?
So to Yes It Fits or the OPP station.
Yes It Fits, and isn't that fun? We just had Jody on the show.
Yes.
But in saying that too, I've also approached all of the high schools, so if any girl in high school wants to donate their dress, they can bring it to the high school and I'll pick it up and take care of it.
So in the office with the administration, they would take the dress, they'll contact you and you would pick it up from that. That makes it really convenient, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that also is going to make a teenager feel really good about how, or somebody in grade 9 saying, hey, my grade 8 dress, I've given it to somebody to wear and have as good a time as I had. What is it like for you? It must be so fulfilling when these girls come in and they get all dressed up, Operation All Dressed Up and made up. What's it like?
Well, you know, there are times we have to, I know I do, and Ellie does too, have to hold back or leave the room because you just get so emotional because, you know, you hear some of them speaking and, you know, it's tough for parents too. You've got, you know, a lot of people that come, a lot of girls, you know, are single parents and they're having a really tough time because, you know, especially grade 8, you've got a grade 8 trip at the end of the year and then you've got this big grade 8 graduation. So that's a lot of money for a lot of people.
And the other thing too, it's the social anxiety part of it. Like a girl doesn't really ever get dressed up like this, maybe once or twice in her life before she, you know, gets married. Right? So they're not used to being in dresses like that, and they show up in their Converse shoes and that's what they want to wear. And by the end of it, they're walking in heels and they're,
you see
know,
the transformation
happy.
during the morning. I mean, they walk in like this, they're closed up, they're kind of looking, but they're not really. And then by the end, they like don't want to leave. Like they feel like
they don't want to take the dress off.
Now, do the young ladies interact at all apart from with you ladies and their personal shopper and the seamstresses? Is there interaction among the young ladies who are participating in Operation All Dressed Up?
Sometimes, like sometimes they know each other, but mostly it's like they're with their parent or their family, and they're with and then they develop that bond with that shopper, right?
Oh, true. That's true. And then, do you oftentimes get pictures, or do they share stories with you after the fact once they've been to their event, their graduation, or their prom?
They'll send us an email with them completely dressed up for their prom because we give them coupons for Sault College hair and esthetician program. Gives them coupons for a free updo and a pedicure or manicure for free for the day of their graduation. So they just have to call and make the appointment.
Oh, you guys. That's and I understand that through the Steelworkers Union, you're also helping out some young men.
Yes.
You get asked, I understand, and I asked the question, is there anything similar for young men in the city? And there isn't yet, but it's obviously your hands are full. But if somebody wanted to step up, would you be willing to talk them through how you set this all up and so that there could be something for But tell me what the Steelworkers have done.
So every year they've given us gift cards for Moors.
That's a great idea.
So then we pick 4 boys and we go to the schools and we give them the gift cards so they can buy a tux for their grad.
And we rotate the schools every year. So somebody
That's fantastic.
So so it gives a little something to them.
Right. Okay, so now once again, let's just talk about the registration for the young ladies. They should go to where to get your phone number? What's the best place?
Well, it's on Facebook.
It's social media. Social media. And there it's on the if you see these posters around town, the phone numbers are on there.
If you go to the city, the Sault Ste. Marie Police Service social media site or the OPP Facebook, you'll find
Very good.
They're also up on all the screens at the high school. So the high schools all have the posters.
So they're going to call you to make an appointment. Also, feel free to call them if you'd like to volunteer as a seamstress, and also or a seamster, and also if you have an outfit, drop it off at Yes It Fits. And
or the OPP station.
Or the OPP station itself. So nice to see you again. And congratulations on the success of 7 years with Operation All Dressed Up. Have fun this year.
We will.
Okay, we'll be back to say goodbye with Luann right after this.
It's hunting season, so this is probably pretty stupid, right? Actually, hunting accidents kill somewhere around 2 people a year in Ontario. Smoking kills 16,000 a year. So, what's really stupid?
tomorrow's show, the Spanish Club stops by, Northern Ontario Latin Association, NOLA. They have an update for us on what's going on with the Spanish community. And also, what else can I tell you? Ooh, it's Amore for your pleasures, Valentine's Day.
Hi. St. Patrick's Day
fashion
I can't wait for that.
I need to go take some medication.
Yeah, you need to get over your head cold.
Yes.
Yeah, poor you. Take good care of yourself.
I will.
Have a good rest of your
Thursday.
day.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. The snow's already started.
Be very, very careful, and we'll see you for Friday's show. That, of course, is tomorrow. Huge thank you to Casey Security. Something you want to see on the show, just email us.
Lou and Tim Show.
Tim Show at gmail.com.
And
Thanks
St.
for watching.
Ignace is in Michigan.
You're watching ONNtv.